Hello and welcome to episode 18 of the Factor 50 Football Podcast, the only football-based podcast, probably, whose hosts' own family members refuse to listen because, and I quote, it's just not really my thing. If you have listened before, we are two ginger, sad, middle-aged men desperately clinging to our younger years, where we would basically sit and chat about football all day long. So what we've done basically is set up a podcast where we can just escape and forget about all of our important stuff like work, families, jobs, lives and responsibilities and just chat complete nonsense for about an hour a week. So that's what we do here at the Factor 50 Football Pod. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being with us. As always, I'm joined by a man who has only cried more times at women rejecting him than he has at his own team losing a game of football. And that man, of course, is Adam Farrell. How's it going, mate?
Wow, that is. I was expecting a joke, but that went in. That was hard. I might just have a little TS right now.
A TS listener is a tactical sob.
Yeah.
That was an expression we used when we were younger, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, because it came from a TC, which was, of course, a tactical chunder.
Tactical chunder. That was a big thing when we were at uni, wasn't it?
Yeah, but then because I cried so much, it became a tactical sob.
You did cry a lot when we were younger, didn't you?
Do you reckon I did? I feel like I didn't, but I don't know.
You cried quite a lot. Yeah.
Very emotional.
That scene in The In-Betweeners where, you know exactly what scene I'm talking about? Where Carly dumps Simon and he goes back home like, what's for tea, Mom? Hope it's delicious. And then just lays on his bed, totally normal, and just starts bawling his eyes out. That was you as an 18-year-old.
I literally had a very close thing happen to that, but instead I cried in front of my whole family in my living room.
You didn't make it to your own bedroom. You just started crying.
Couldn't hold it in.
Mom, hold me.
It's happened again.
Not another time. Third time this week.
Okay. Well,
there we go.
Making me out to be the sad sounding one, but you were just as bad, so there we go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I get to do the intro, so I pick and choose the jokes, don't I?
It's true. It was too funny to argue with that one. That was a good one. So yeah, fair play. And actually, the intro there reminded me of something, and this would be something maybe the listeners can have a think about. So when you're younger and you want to watch football with mates, but you're not of drinking age, where do you go? Now, we told the story before on the pod about how we entered the pub and got kicked out almost instantly. But can you remember where we used to go always to watch the Man United Arsenal games?
Bowling alley, Leamington Spa.
Bowling alley, 10 pin.
Absolutely.
What a place.
Sky Sports on the big projector. That was actually a really good place to watch football. I'd go there now.
Well, I'll go there. Yeah, I go there semi-recently with the kids now. It's less.
Oh, nice.
It's less fun.
It's shit.
You have to actually bowl. But yeah, it was great, wasn't it? It was a massive screen, really good seating. Yeah. It was great.
And because it's a bowling alley, like 16-year-olds are allowed in, or however, were we 16, 17 back then?
Yeah, about then.
Yeah. And we didn't drink anyway. It's not like we wanted to drink. We just wanted to watch the football. We didn't have to drive home.
A nice cold Coca-Cola whilst we watched the football.
And if you can throw a couple of strikes or spares in the meantime and have a good day doing it, well, all for you.
Great days. The best days. Anyway, what's been going on in your world, mate?
It was my wife's birthday yesterday, 9th of February.
Happy birthday, Bev.
She's another year older, another year wiser, another year more beautiful as well. Although, as I said in the intro, she doesn't listen, so she won't hear that.
So what, mate? So you really mean?
Yeah, fuck her.
Excuse me?
I didn't mean it like that. So it was her birthday yesterday, although we had all these birthday plans over the long weekend. And then, unfortunately, George, our oldest son, has got chickenpox for the second time. So all of those plans just had to be shelved while we all sit at home in quarantine, basically.
It's mad he's got chickenpox for the second time. You can't get it twice. That is the rule.
I call BS on that, mate. Yes, you can. So apparently you can get it twice if the first time you have it, you only get it like mildly. You only get, I think the first time he had it was early last year maybe. And he had like 5 spots. So he was fine. But he still had the temperature, and of course he still had the time off nursery because he's not allowed to go in. So for all intents and purposes, he had, he wasn't very well, and he couldn't go to nursery. But then if you only have it mildly, you can still get the full-blown thing, which is now what he's got. So he's covered in spots and at home feeling very poorly, which has been good fun.
Sounds like an excellent birthday for Bev.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, her family came around and stuff. Like, they've all had chicken pox before, so we just had to have a takeaway instead of going out for food, and couldn't go out yesterday. But we'll do something once he's better. So yeah, it was a nice weekend. I had 3 days off work as well, which was lovely. So not complaining. What about you, mate? What's your what you been up to?
Well, you know a little bit what I've been up to. So we had our wedding tasting, which is the best bit about planning a wedding, right? So we went to
I'd have another wedding right now just to do that.
Do you know what? I felt like me and Ali didn't make the most of it. So we went to Eastnor Castle. We walk in the castle. They welcome us with a glass of Prosecco. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Glass of Prosecco. Take us through into the dining room, sit us down. And obviously, we'd chosen before a couple of courses we wanted to try. So we had 2 courses of each. So 2 starters, 2 mains, 2 desserts.
That's my dream.
It was great. So we had half and half each of each plate. So they brought them out. But me and Ali were like, right, we're here to try food. So we're eating this food so quickly. I had a 3-course meal, and so did Ali, in like half an hour. It was, we rushed it.
You got to savor that. Yeah, you got to savor it.
We're like, it was so nice though. We're like, this is amazing. Next.
Give me more now.
Yeah, more. So it was good. So the decision's been made on that. And then that evening, we went home to plan our Traitors evening. So, listeners, we are doing a Traitors event at the castle the night before the wedding. So, 20 odd people in the room. We're going to play a game of Traitors. So, me and Annie got it fully planned. And then into the WhatsApp group, we said, please send over your photos for your portraits for the Traitors game. And the first person to respond, legend of the pod, was, of course, Mr. Tom Coxey, who put in the most hilarious photo.
I'm just looking at his photo now.
I spent a good 5 minutes laughing at it. And it's not a guy at all. It's him holding a koala, like side on, like a school picture, like he's holding his firstborn child. It was so funny.
What's the relevance of a koala, mate? Don't know. No idea.
Literally no reason. And that sparked mayhem in the WhatsApp chat. So everyone started to send through their portraits, but used AI to put a koala in all of them, which was, it was very, very good. So
the best bit for me was, so your original message asking everyone to send a photo that you could use for like the framed picture didn't come through on my phone. So I just got in a group chat of 20 odd people, a lot of whom don't know each other because they're obviously your mates. I just got a picture of Coxey holding a koala.
No context, Coxey holding a koala.
What? Is he out drinking? What's he doing? And then it wasn't until Bev, because obviously Bev's coming, she's playing Traitors as well. She's in the group. She showed me your phone, and I was like, okay, that makes a bit more sense. But I'm still not sure why there's a koala.
It was great. So now we've got loads of portraits with everybody, with koalas in it. So it should be good fun.
That's excellent.
Very good. Very good.
It's been a good week of football then for our football clubs.
Do you know what? It's been a great few weeks, hasn't it, really? We sort of...
The last 2.
Yeah, we're both winning, which is... It's very strange for me, because as a Man United fan, we don't
it's not happened a lot.
Win. Yeah. So it's been a great couple of weeks. So what happened to you? You smashed Sunderland 3-0.
Well, we smashed. So it was a comfortable result in the end, but Sunderland were pretty good. I have to confess, Farrell, and to you listeners, I didn't watch this. I think this is the first Arsenal game that I haven't watched in any capacity, apart from like highlights and stuff afterwards, for probably at least definitely this season. Because it was Bev's birthday and I was out getting cakes and shit and running errands. I couldn't watch it, so I had it on the radio. And it sounded like at the start like pretty even, similar to the Leeds game. Like it was pretty 50-50. And the difference with this one was not to the Leeds game, but the difference in the Sunderland game is we got the goal to break the game open and then sort of asserted our dominance in the second half, I think. But for half an hour or so, it was a pretty even contest. And Sunderland didn't just sit and defend. They, they came and had a go, albeit they didn't really create much. But, so yeah, I think it was basically a professional, solid home performance. The type of performance, dare I say, that you'd expect from Premier League champions. So the one thing that I would say about this game, I have forgotten, because I haven't listened to a game on the radio for fucking years. I've forgotten how terrifying it is listening to football on the radio. Because, the commentators, just anything could be happening, and the commentators just start to make their voice a bit louder, and then start to be quiet, and then you're there oh, fuck, they're about to score, but actually you've just crossed halfway. And it's
I was about to say the same thing. Yeah.
Why are you making it sound so suspenseful? And it's just oh yeah, they're on the 20-yard sort of line. They're nowhere near goal. It's terrifying because you can't see what's going on.
It's terrifying, but it is also quite fun when it's not your team. So I often listen to the radio on Super Sunday because it's usually when I'm cooking tea for the family. So I was listening to Man City Liverpool.
Sounds like a nice routine you've got on a Sunday evening there.
It's nice. So I cook tea for family, listen to a bit of Super Sunday, and it makes everything so exciting. It's fun. I feel like you've got to be a certain type of commentator to do radio, haven't you? It's a totally different skill set to commentating on TV.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. Obviously they do a lot of prep work, I guess, and stuff, don't they? But just how do they not, trip up more, stumble over their own words more? They're just, because it's live, they've just got to be flawless. And then you'll get bits of the game that are, let's be honest, dull at best.
Yeah.
And they've got to make that sound interesting and fill the gaps. And, you could have 2 or 3 minutes of just one team passing it around at the back. And what are they going to do? Sit there going, that's Saliba to Timber, back to Raya, across now to that's not good radio, right? But they make it really, really exciting and interesting. And, I quite enjoyed it. I wish I watched the game, but it was quite interesting.
It was quite fun. That reminded me, it's slightly off topic, but do you remember, I think it was in a World Cup or maybe European Championships, where a game was close to being rained off, it was torrential rain, and it was when Adrian Chiles was presenting, and he was in with Roy Keane, and he basically, it had been on for ages, and he was trying to fill time. It's we've been chatting for 2 hours before this game, so he went, Roy, what is the difference between, a downpour and, heavy rain? Roy Keane looked at him what the fuck are you on about, mate?
How desperate are you?
Yeah.
Help me out here, Roy.
Exactly. What I will say is, obviously, Viktor Gyökeres scored 2 again, seems to be hitting a bit of form. Yeah. He did fuck you over a little bit because you were on for a perfect score, 2-0 prediction. I
don't mind.
He scored to make it 3.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's scored the most goals, I think, in the league this year. He's the top league goal scorer. I don't know if there's a trophy for that, but
you keep saying this year. It is 10th of Feb.
Still counts, mate. Someone's got to be top of that chart. And
I hate when people say this year. For me, this year should be. It's like a school year. It should be from the start of the season to the end of the season.
Season to season, yeah. Yeah, they do every December. They do those 2025 league table, 2024 league table. It doesn't matter, does it? It's not. Because if you look at the last 3 or 4 years, because we've been relatively consistent across seasons, Arsenal are top of all of those tables, and it almost just winds me up. So I know we're good, but that doesn't mean anything.
There's still nothing in the cabinet.
Yeah, the cabinet is bare, guys. We need a title, a season title. There's no trophies for winning the year, are there? But yeah, Viktor Gyökeres, very, very good substitute appearance. I think the one thing that I would take from this game, and this general kind of time of the year, is I think this is where our big squad is really going to benefit us, because there are lots of teams, thinking about Crystal Palace recently, although I know they beat Brighton, Crystal Palace, Villa maybe, Liverpool have been stretched at times. Squads that are struggling for fitness and form are really stretched this time of year. And with our bigger squad, we can bring in, if we need to, I don't know, Christian Norgard, who's barely kicked a ball, but is still a very good Premier League player and very good at what he does. We could bring him in and he's like completely fresh. So I think having that squad and like Gyökeres coming off the bench for half an hour, he's having a bigger impact doing that than if you just, flogging him for 90 minutes 3 times a week for 6 months. So I don't think it's any surprise that his form has sort of picked up. Now he is one of a group of strikers rather than just like, he's got to play at centre forward because he's got no one else. So Jesus is back, Havertz is back. So we can now like rotate a bit more in the front line as well as the rest of the pitch. I think that's going to help us for the rest of the season.
Because he seems to have been starting Jesus, doesn't he, for the last couple of games? Is that right?
He's rotating. So Jesus started Sunderland. I think did he start Chelsea in the League Cup as well?
Maybe.
I can't remember. My memory's terrible. But he's rotating basically. Like if we've got a game in 3 days' time, he'll probably like pick the other one, and that's all right because
I was gonna ask you actually, because you've got Thursday game, haven't you, against Brentford?
Yeah, Brentford away is our next one.
And obviously Brentford are in good form. What would you do? Who would be your front three for Brentford?
I would go more physical because Brentford are pretty strong, pretty tall, pretty physical. They've got threat from, dare I say it, some other team has got a threat from set pieces. Oh my God, it's not just Arsenal. They've got like very good long throws. They're good, organised set pieces. So I'd probably at centre forward. I wouldn't mind seeing Havertz at centre forward. I think if he was fit, Marino would play this game, so he'd probably go into midfield, and Havertz would go up front. But we don't have Marino, so I wouldn't be surprised to see if Ødegaard's back fit. I wouldn't be surprised to see him play for that sort of creative role and Havertz move up front. But I don't know. I don't think Ødegaard's going to be fit, so I would guess Arteta he'll keep Havertz in this sort of second striker kind of role. I think he'll start Gyökeres up front for his physicality because he could smash up against defenders all day long. And then on the wings, Saka if he's back. But again, similar to Ødegaard, I don't think
this is the bloody longest answer. Just give me 3 names, mate.
there's context to it. It's important.
Who's going to start against Brentford?
Madueke will be on the right. I think Gyökeres will be up front. And on the left, Trossard, because he played really well against Sunderland. I'll go with that.
Cool. That's all I needed.
You just want 3 names. I'll just say 3 players. Fuck it. Like no justification.
There were several times we went, well, if he's fit, but he probably won't be fit. What about he's probably not fit either. But I would start him.
There's 2 different answers on it because there's what Arteta will probably do, and then there's what I would do. And everyone wants to know what I would do because I'm an elite level manager.
And that was my question. My question was, what would you do? So it's fine.
Yeah, no, I would be happy to see that front 3. They're in good form.
Okay.
Obviously, I'd pick Saka if he's fit, but I don't think he's fit yet. So.
Okay. That's it. I wanted to make actually a wider point about the Premier League. I don't know if I'm wrong here. I don't know if it's because I'm in I'm middle-aged. I don't get to watch as much live football as I would want to. So I'm not all over the teams as perhaps I once was when I was younger. So I looked at Sunderland's starting lineup against you. And I was looking at them going, I haven't got a bloody clue who half of these people are. Whereas back in the day, vintage Barclays, I felt like I could name you like so many players from every squad. Whereas now I can't do that. Is that just a me thing, or is this just, is this a broader thing where actually?
No, I think, well, when you look at Sunderland signings, like, unless you follow European football in the wider context, most of their signings didn't come from, Premier League, did they? They came from abroad. So you're not going to know a lot of their players. I think it depends how much football you watch, right? And if you're watching less football, you're going to know fewer players. It also depends how much like FIFA and Football Manager you play, because you might know them from those games. That's where like 90% of my football knowledge used to come from on Football Manager. But yeah, I think the days of like the top level, like elite wonder kid type players, the days of them just turning up and being like unbelievable are gone, because there's so much coverage of like, even you could probably get online and watch an Arsenal under 18s game now if you wanted to. So I think discovering like this wonder kid from abroad is harder now. Like, because if he turns up, you've probably already heard of him if they're like top level. But I still think if a team has like a really good scouting department, and Sunderland have proved it, right? They can make kind of solid mid-table Premier League signings that will keep them in the league without having to be like have wonder kids or world-class players, because you're never going to, mid-table team is never going to get them, but they might turn players into that type of level of player. Thinking about like, I don't know, Adam Wharton at Palace,
Yeah.
Belieber at Brighton is a good shout. What's the guy? Sunderland have got a really good. Is it Habib Diarra or someone?
Yeah, Diarra. Yeah.
Has been injured for a while, but they've got these sorts of players who you could easily see. Junior Krupi at Bournemouth as well.
Yeah, he's
19 years old and he's
19.
already scored
Yeah.
like 9 league goals.
Yeah.
These are the next players who are going to go for 70, 80, 90 million, I reckon. But I do miss it when like the days of Arsene Wenger where it just bang, here's Dennis Bergkamp, by the way. And you didn't really know, I mean, we were younger then anyway, but you didn't really know much about him, but he's unbelievably good. Like,
Yeah.
this is Thierry Henry. We signed some French bloke from Juventus. Yeah, Juventus.
Inter Milan.
Was it Inter Milan?
He signed it from Inter Milan.
Right, Dennis Bergkamp came from Inter Milan.
No, sorry, yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Who you talking about?
But yeah, you get these players who just turn up and they're world class. I don't think that will happen anymore, because if you sign a world class player, you probably already know about him. So I think it's two things. It's how much football you're exposed to, you get to watch, and then it's also the era of social media. You see more of these incredible players.
Yeah, see more of them, but don't know who they are. In my case, I haven't got a clue.
It's hard to remember all the names, isn't it? Especially when you get older. Memory's gone.
Yeah, I need bring back the sticker book so I can just look at them.
I've got the sticker book.
Have you, for this year?
Yeah, I've had the sticker book since 2023-4 that season. I completed that one. I've still got a couple left to get for last year's, and I've just started doing this year's, because every year I'm like, I want to get the sticker book of when Arsenal next win the league. So when George is older, I can be like, here's the sticker book of your first ever year of Premier League football. But that's what I say anyway. What I really mean is, I want to collect the stickers again.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use you as just and then so that way you know more of the players, right? And it's so much fun as well. I really enjoy it.
Do you?
I feel like a child. Yeah. Fucking
Well, you
love
are a child, so yeah, it makes sense.
Fine. If that makes me a child, I'm a child.
I'm sure there's plenty sticker collecting fans out there, mate. And do you know what? I don't blame you. I'll do it. Well,
I'm in a Facebook group for swapsies, right?
Oh yeah.
And so in that group are obviously lots of other people who are collecting the stickers, and you can it's much easier to complete your sticker book now, because you can just trade rather than having to like post them off to somewhere. But the people that you trade with, usually 9 times out of 10, they're like, oh, thank you so much for agreeing to the trade. My little boy or my little girl will love those stickers. And I'm like, yeah, mine will too. Or when you're posting them, they're like, oh, if you could address it to James, who's my son. And I'm like, yeah, if you could address it to Michael Grantham, that would be great. Cheers. They're for me. All right.
Yeah. Give me those goddamn stickers.
Oh, I love them. There we go.
Good. It's good. Okay. Fine.
Shall we move on to United then?
Oh yeah. Why not? What a time to be alive.
4 in a row.
4 in a row. Well, another good result, but it was sort of ruined pretty early on, wasn't it, when Romero got his red card? Did you see the incident?
The Romero foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the timing was perfect after he came out and like complained about Spurs owners, didn't he, last week?
Yeah, he got a bit mouthy, and then like it's a proper stamp on an ankle for Casemiro.
Yeah, it's a straightforward red card. Did you see Thomas Frank's interview afterwards?
Oh yeah, he basically said, he went, I don't think he's got many red cards, and then the report went, he's got the most of anyone.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
Let's move swiftly on, shall we?
That's shut me up.
Yeah. What's your name? Your band reporter.
Get out.
Get out. I mean, come on, Thomas Frank. Don't say something unless you know the facts, especially when you're under pressure. It's
Yeah, that is
I
funny.
feel for Thomas Frank. I like Thomas Frank, but yeah, the game was basically done and dusted at that point.
Were you ahead at that point, or was it 0-0?
It was 0-0 at that point.
0-0, okay.
And then Brian Mbeumo scored, and then it took us a little bit of time, but then Bruno Fernandes scored a really good finish, but like with his shin. Again, in his interview afterwards, he said he meant to hit it with his shin.
I saw that.
Dig it into the ground, which you never know really if that's what they really meant. But again, he played amazing. But I want to do the biggest shout out really to Kobbie Mainoo. For the last
was he
4
good?
games, yeah, he was amazing again. The last 4 games, he's been incredible.
Really?
Yeah, like his ability on the ball, you can give it to him at any point, even if he's under pressure. And, 9 times out of 10, he will either wiggle his way out or drop a shoulder, quick feint, and it comes across his body, or he'll one-touch pass into somebody else. It feels a lot better. And the midfield as well, when we had Alma in, and I don't know if this was the system, but everybody just seems so far away from each other, like super spread out across the pitch.
Yeah.
When we seem to have a lot better opportunities of getting in those little triangles.
Distances are better.
Yeah, a lot better. So
Nice.
Coventry has done amazing. And I was going to ask the question, is he a late shout for the England squad? Because obviously he didn't play at all really first half of the season.
Yeah. Well, I think he has to be a contender, doesn't he? Because we've got Rice and Elliot Anderson, you presume are going to start. I was thinking in my head, we've got like millions of central midfielders, but they're all like attacking midfielders, aren't they? They're all players who want to play further forwards.
Well, you've got Adam Wharton, and obviously he's really liked Henderson in the England squad as well. So if you take Adam
he is
Wharton,
having quite a good season as well, isn't he, with Brentford?
Yeah. So if you have Henderson, Adam Wharton, and Elliot Anderson, you're not putting in 4. But again, Kobbie Mainoo is a different player to them. He's not a sitting DM. You probably have a DM, and you would play him alongside a Rice maybe or something like that. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't think he starts maybe because he just doesn't have enough time. But I'd love to see him get in the squad. Because
I think if he has a good end of season, he might.
Yeah, well, he played loads in the Euros, and then basically had, I think, 1 game after that, and hasn't played for England since because obviously Amarin just didn't fancy him at all. So yeah, but I'd love to see him get in because I think he's playing really, really well at the moment.
Yeah, one to watch.
Yeah. So then we play tonight. So we're recording this on a Tuesday, listener, and we play West Ham tonight, which is the
really I thought
big one. Yeah. No, it's tonight.
How much? There's too much football. There's too much football. I can't keep up with all this.
Yeah. So we play West Ham tonight, 8:15. And
so
if we win,
guy will have his haircut tomorrow if you win. Presumably.
Yeah. I haven't heard like how he's going to do it. Like, surely he's got a big plan. I'd imagine Paddy Power will probably be involved at some point with it.
Yeah, there'll be something going on. Oh, it'll be on all over social media. But I wonder, like, he's got millions of followers now, hasn't he? What's he going to do with all that once it's done? Is that it? Just leave it?
I don't know. He probably will, unless he tries to get into like podcasting and
punditry or something. Don't be an idiot. No, only pros can start their own podcast. Jesus. Who's this guy?
You can't rub with us, mate. We're the
keep up.
Premier League's palest pundits over here. Fucking hell.
61 views last week, mate. Good luck.
Yeah. Suck on that. Suck it, Gil. And also, I was looking at the table before this. It makes good reading. So we're 4th, but we're only 3 points behind Villa now. So we have a big win against West Ham, which if we score more than 3 goals more than them, we will go into 3rd place tonight.
I don't know whether it's a controversial opinion, but I can see Villa struggling to hold on to top 5.
Really? Okay.
They've got so all the way through they've been winning. Unai Emery does this thing where he wins games and his teams like don't play well. But I don't know how he does it. It just like you look at the numbers and like the shots on target and chances created, and they lose all of those battles, but they'll win 2-1 or 1-0. Like Morgan Rogers scores a worldie,
Worldy.
and they get the point. But now they've got injuries, and their squad is not massive. They've got Europe to contend with. I can really see them struggling, and maybe even prioritising Europa League, because we know Unai Emery is a specialist in Europe, isn't he?
He bloody loves Europa League.
He loves a Europa trophy. So I can really see them. I can see you getting third at this rate. I still think, how far behind are Liverpool? Are they fifth or are Chelsea fifth? We'll come on to Liverpool, I suppose, in a minute, won't we?
Yeah, I've just come away from the table, but Liverpool are sixth for the minute, so Chelsea are fifth.
Sixth, Chelsea
Yeah.
fifth. So yeah, I think I can see you catching Villa. The gap's only 3 points. It's not
And
it's a
Villa
one-game
have
swing, isn't it?
stumbled a bit recently, so they've lost. So they drew against Bournemouth, and then they lost against Brentford as well.
Yeah.
So they're not in a rich vein of form.
And they lost. Did they lose at home to Everton as well a few games ago? I think.
Yeah, potentially. And then Villa have got Brighton tomorrow, Newcastle FA Cup, then Leeds, then Wolves. So they got some
winnable
relatively
games.
Winnable games there.
But you also have West Ham tonight, right? So
yeah,
that's
West
pretty
Ham,
winnable.
then Everton, then Palace.
Oh,
so could be on for 10 in a row.
So how confident are you of that bloke being able to shave his head and winning tonight against West Ham?
I'm fairly confident, but it's just any time that I get too confident, we lose. Like if I keep saying we're going to lose, then actually we end up winning. So I'm conscious about not being too confident. I think there's a lot riding on it for West Ham because they're obviously in that relegation battle. They beat Burnley in their last game. And they're not. I don't think they're playing too badly. I know they lost to Chelsea, didn't they, before that? But then they beat Sunderland 3-1. So I don't think they're a bad team. If Jared Bowen turns up, then we're in for a game.
Yeah, he could keep them up, I think.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we said a while ago on this pod, I think I said, if West Ham sort of get their shit together, they've got players that are good enough to stay up. The thing,
definitely.
Apologies, United fans, but I'm rooting for West Ham tonight because Spurs are 6 points above the relegation zone. Like, if West Ham win, Spurs can't buy a win at the moment. Like, they are genuinely in a relegation battle again. I saw a stat. They've won 20 of their last 70 Premier League games, Spurs.
Wow.
At what point do you have to say, like, you're no longer a big club? Like, if you ever were. Like, they're not part of, they were part of the Big Six, right, for years.
Yeah.
He can't be considered a big club anymore, surely, with that sort of record.
No, it's they basically can only get points off Man City. That's basically all they can do, isn't it? They want to play Man City.
They got a draw, didn't they, against City, and then they go and lose to. Who did they lose to? Oh, you.
Yeah, we beat them.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah. Do you know what? Spurs could be in big trouble, couldn't they?
They're right down there. I think, what are they, 14th, 15th? 15th now.
They're 15th,
so they've got 29 points. They they're level on points with Leeds. Forest have got 26. West Ham 23. So if West Ham put a little bit of a run of form together, that is getting tasty.
And do you know what?
I'm rooting for West Ham.
West Ham are good enough to stay up. Forest, I still think, are well worth the money. I think they're good enough to stay up. I know they've had a bit of a patchy bit, but Sean Dyche.
Yeah.
Leeds United have looked good, but seem to be tailing off a little bit. So Leeds look like the potential ones who could drop. Even though they won their last game, didn't they? Leeds, maybe. Yeah.
Did they? Who did they play?
Fucking hell. It's all to play for down there. It's all to play for.
It is, yeah. It's not. But I think Burnley and Wolves are done. But that third spot. Come on, Tottenham. It's yours to lose. Go for it.
You think Wolves are done? I don't know, mate. They've got one win in 25.
It's a controversial opinion. Who was their one win against?
We'll clip that.
They nearly got a fucking point from us.
Don't say what the fucking one win was.
Who was that again? I can't remember.
Who was it? Yeah, no idea.
Hang on, I'm going to look it up. I want to know. It's like when Derby County won a game, isn't it?
We drew against them.
Oh yeah, you did. Wolves beat West Ham. Oh, that's so annoying. Wolves beat West Ham 3-0 on the 3rd of January. So if West Ham had won that, the gap would only be 3 points. But then again, if my auntie had bollocks, she'd be my uncle, wouldn't she? So,
Yeah, it's true.
yeah. But yeah,
Okay,
Spurs are in it. Spurs are in the relegation fight. Come on. Arsenal to
come
win the
on.
league, Spurs to get relegated. My dream season.
That would be an outrageous season for Arsenal fans. That would
It
be
would be
outrageous.
incredible. Yeah. It'd be
You'd
so
be.
good.
I'd love to see a open top bus tour of that.
Just
Just
go past their stadium. Hi guys, see
yeah,
you in the championship.
yeah,
Bye.
yeah, yeah. Okay, shall we move on to Liverpool City game?
Oh yeah, we're gonna touch on that, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
That was fucking
big game.
annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, because it was so close. Liverpool go ahead 1-0, and then Man City come back and win it 2-1. So yeah, what was your thoughts when Liverpool win 1-0?
I was in my head, I was like, it's not finished yet. The gap's 6 points. It's not finished yet. But really, I was like, well, it's 9 points if they lose this game. So that's a 3-game swing. There's only 13 games left, which means we only need to win. I was doing all the mental maths about what it meant if the gap's 9 points. And
Yeah.
then Liverpool just decided to fucking throw the ball in their net. And so I haven't seen Bernardo Silva's goal. I think it was more a good move from City, wasn't it, than a Liverpool mistake. But have you seen the penalty?
What? Haaland's penalty?
Yeah, so the incident that led to the penalty, what Alisson did.
No, I don't think I did actually. What happened?
So there's who was it? Was it Nico Gonzalez? Basically, City player was in that sort of like going towards the touchline inside the box, but going nowhere. Going down a blind alley, and Alisson just ran out and cleaned him out. Like the ball's going out. Just don't do anything. And he just comes over and like smashes him, and it's like got a blatant penalty.
No, I did see that. To be fair, no, I did see
I don't know why he chose to do that. And he's one of the best keepers Liverpool have ever had, one of the best keepers in the league.
Oh,
right?
oh yeah, yeah.
And he's just it's just a moment of he's clearly got money on City to win the league. So once that happened, it's done, isn't it? But the end of that game was quite controversial as well, wasn't it?
Well, that was the big talking point, really, wasn't it? So, ball goes through. Well, basically, Alisson's up, isn't he, for a free kick? He's trying to win the free kick.
He decided to just not be in goal anymore. Yeah.
He went, "Fuck this! I'm going for it."
Ross, keep up.
Yeah. Ball comes in. Man City get the ball. Cherky gets it. It basically does a really tame pass forwards towards goal. I don't know if it was a shot or a pass to Haaland, and then Haaland is through with who's he with?
Szoboszlai.
Szoboszlai, yeah, that's it. And what a
Szoboszlai, who?
Szoboszlai. What a goal by him, by the way. He was outrageous. His free kick was delicious.
Yeah.
But they're through. So he pulls Haaland's shirt because Haaland was through on goal. He pulls Haaland's shirt, and that means he could then get ahead. So Haaland pulls his shirt,
and the ball just rolls in, right?
Rolls into the net. Neither of them get to the ball. So it was hilarious anyway.
It's quite funny, yeah.
Yeah. And then VAR sent off. Yeah, Szoboszlai. And then didn't give the goal. So what? Because obviously the laws of the game, apparently that's what should have happened. But what do you think?
Well, I get it. And so Szoboszlai's made a denial of a goal scoring opportunity, right? So should be sent off so that he's banned for however many games. But denial of a goal scoring opportunity is what he was sent off for. But they scored.
Yeah.
So he hasn't denied a goal scoring opportunity. Like he's fouled him, and the ball's gone in. Just
surely it's a play on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the argument is Szoboszlai's foul is clearly first, and then so he fouls Haaland and sort of catches up. Then Haaland fouls him, and and then the ball rolls in because they're basically both busy fouling each other, and the ball just goes into the net. And I think if that's the case, just let it go. If the ball goes wide and they don't get a goal, then he has denied an opportunity of a goal scoring opportunity because Haaland could then run onto it and deflect it and tap it in, but the ball's going in anyway. So his foul is kind of irrelevant. I almost really hope now that, from an Arsenal perspective, that City do get really close and we end up winning the league by a +1 goal difference. because that goal, that would be like the most
That'll be played back.
controversial. Yeah. Although I don't want, I'm lying. I don't want it to be that close. I want it to be like 15 points, but that would be quite funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be funny.
What
Yeah,
did you make of it? Do you think it should be a red card, or do you think just let it go?
just let it go, man. I know.
Yeah.
I think everyone basically understands it probably had to be a red card, and because you can't just apply um, lenient whenever you want to the rules of the game, because otherwise it brings in interpretation, and someone interprets it differently, and you'll complain if against your team if something like that
Yeah.
happens. So, but I think in that one, it's going in. Just let it go in, and both teams end up losing in that scenario. Like what?
Yeah.
That rule doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help the fans. They miss out on a goal. It doesn't help City because they miss out on a goal, and it doesn't help Liverpool because they've got a player sent off. So
It's lose, 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 isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's just much ado
all
about
round.
nothing. Just get on with it.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
So
Okay.
yeah, I do wish Liverpool had held on, but City will
I was
that will
glad City
be
won.
yeah, for the neutral, it's title race on, right? Even though I think even at 9 points with 13 games left, it's not done. It would be a very big ask to come back from, but I don't think it's over regardless of that result. I just think that keeps them, within touching distance, doesn't it?
Yeah. If I'm honest, I wasn't thinking about you. I was thinking about more and keeping
I'm
Liverpool
only
away
ever
from
thinking
us.
about myself, so fuck them.
Fuck 'em. Okay, great. Okay, is there anything else you want to talk about Premier League before we go into predictions, I guess?
Don't think so. I think that was it, wasn't it? Really, that's the City Liverpool game was the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
We don't
Predictions.
we don't really give a fuck about anyone else, so moving on.
Yeah, yeah. You're not for this podcast. Jog on.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
get out. Even though it is losing us listeners, because Dave's
Is it?
friends, who are Aston Villa fans, I was like, yeah, but we're a Premier League podcast. But we meant to talk about Man United and Arsenal and a
We
few other things around it.
we spoke about Villa briefly. I said how shit they were.
Yeah, we said you're gonna fall out of the top 5. So
What more do you want?
moan when we talk about it, moan when we don't. Jesus.
Yeah.
Life at the top, eh, Mike? Life at the top.
I know. It's tough. It's tough up here.
It's tough up here. Right.
Come join us up here.
So let's go through what we predicted last week. So it was Man United versus Spurs. I went 4-2 United. I went balls out.
That was mad, yeah.
Yeah. And you went 3-1 United. So we both get a point there, which is nice. Okay.
We both predicted a 2-goal United win, which is what happened.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, before this, we should probably mention I was winning 11-10. So now we get a point each.
Yes, you were, yeah.
So it's 12-11.
Okay.
Then we're moving to Arsenal Sunderland. You predicted 2-0, very close to a perfect score.
Close.
But Gyökeres were in it, so you get a point. I predicted 1-1, so I don't get a point.
Ooh.
Okay. Which brings it back to 12-12.
I'm pretty sure that's where we were at about 5 weeks ago, wasn't it?
I think we'll probably end up just at 12-12 come the end of the season. We're very bad at this game.
If you cling on to double figures, you're probably going to win this one. We didn't talk about this last week, but we need a forfeit, right? The deadline is the end of the season, and whoever loses needs to do something embarrassing.
Yes, please. Okay, so listeners, please comment on any of the social media posts or our YouTube channel what the forfeit should be if me or Mike lose this game. Okay,
the loser. Yeah.
And if nobody comments or puts anything on, we know nobody listens to this point of the podcast.
Maybe next week I'll put it in the intro. That could be we'll put that in the intro and call for some sort of forfeit.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
That'd be a good idea.
Right, West Ham, Man United tonight. We are away. I predicted first last time, so you can predict first this time.
Okay. I can see United winning it because you're in good form. Form. I think it would just be it'd be peak Man United of the 2020s to get back into form and then just fuck it up. You're away, right?
We're away, yeah.
Although I don't think the atmosphere at West Ham's ground actually helps them that much.
No.
Because it's not they're not that angry with their team, aren't they? Justifiably, sorry. I'm going to go draw. Fuck it. I'll go a 2-2 draw.
Ooh, Desmond. Okay.
I think if I'm going to get a correct result there, Jared Bowen is going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting for me.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll go 2-2. Yeah, go on.
Okay, great. I reckon it'll be pretty tight. I reckon it's going to be 2-0 United.
2-0 United.
Yeah.
So you're backing that guy to shave his head.
I am. Yeah, that's great. And then we can invite him on the pod to do it on this podcast if he wants to. But yeah,
I'm sure he'll do that. Yeah.
We'll get our agents talk to your agent. Be fine.
Yeah, we'll sort it out. We'll get the men in suits to sort that shit out.
Exactly. So Thursday we've got Brentford versus Arsenal. You are away, I believe.
We are. Yeah, it's at Brentford.
So I'll predict first this time.
Yeah.
Brentford at home. I think that's a tough place to go. I think you're in good form. So I think it's going to be a 2-1 Arsenal win.
Yeah, I think this game is harder than I thought it would. It's one of those at the start of the season. On paper, you think, okay, that's all right. Because at the start of the season, people were thinking Brentford could go down, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But they have been incredible. Probably Keith Andrews is probably in line for manager of the year, isn't he? Manager of the season if he keeps going.
Amazing. Yeah.
I reckon. I think I feel good. I feel like we're in good form now. I think we'll win. I'm going to go 1-0. 1-0 Arsenal.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be like a difficult game. I don't think you can just roll Brentford over easily because I think they're very good, very well organised. Lots of threat as well. Like Thiago's got 17 league goals or something, hasn't he?
17? Has he got that many?
17. I think he's got 17 and 25.
Holy shit!
The one good thing is Kevin Schade, who's also been in good form. He's out. I think he's suspended. So he's out. So I'll go 1-0.
Okay,
come on, boys!
And you are right. It's 17 goals for Thiago. He's absolutely smashing.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Okay,
pretty good.
Great. Okay, well, I'm enjoying the pods when we're winning. So hopefully we'll be winning again. When you listen to this pod, we may well have already had the West Ham Man United result. So we'll know if we've done 5 from 5 or not at that point. I'm going to try and release it tonight, but we'll see what goes on because I do really want to watch the game as well, which would be quite nice.
Priorities.
Exactly. But I guess until next week, listener, adios.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.